to my channel. My name is Kertisha Marie for those that are new, and in today's video we are going to start a series called My Makeup Collection. I wanted to bring that to you guys and introduce you to it just so you could kind of see everything that I have at this current time, things that I'll be using throughout the channel. Of course, as time rolls on, I'll continue to be adding things to my collection, but I just wanted to share with you and invite you into my space, let you know what I have, and let me know if there is anything in this video that you are excited to see me use in future videos, if you own any of these products. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So in this video, we're gonna go over my base and face products. So anything that helps to lock anything in, setting sprays, foundation, all of that kind of stuff. So of course, no makeup is going to be complete without having some sort of primer. This is the current primer that I have in my collection. I don't typically keep too many primers at a time, just because if you have so many, or at least if I have so many, you may not be able to really see how they specifically work on your skin. So I will have just a few on hand. This time I only have one, and it's going to be this one, which is the Catrice Cosmetics Keep Me Matte Primer. This is a lotiony primer. It has just a little squirt nozzle, has just a little bit of a squirt nozzle on it. So this is the primer that I have and have been using. The next kind of primer that I use are going to be eye primers. This is going to be the MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This one is quite old. I have had this for a couple of years, but I do enjoy it. So this is the one that I have. And then I also received a recent one that I got it in my BoxyCharm and have been using this month. This is the Alamar Pero Primero Primer. This is, again, just a newer one to my collection, but I needed one, so I'm glad that I got it. And then I also have a few brow / eyelash primers. I have this voluminous primer. This is from the brand L'Oreal. It has a very fluffy brush. It's well loved, but you can see it there. And then I also have this Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. This brush is not as voluminous as the other one. And then to set my brows, I have this ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. This is in the shade Clear. Short little brush there. And this one is probably my favorite. I've tried a few others. I've tried one from Revolution. I have one from e.l.f. that I have not tried yet. I probably would have tried it by this video, by the time of the uploading of this video. But this one is a favorite. Like this, I love it, absolutely love it. Also, another product that is for the face but I typically don't use is going to be a color corrector. This is from Color FX, I believe, and this is in the shade Orange. I don't too much use a color corrector. I do have hyperpigmentation, but I like for my skin to show just a little bit through my foundation. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl, more of a medium coverage person. If I'm got like a special event, you know, or I'm feeling like extra fancy, or if I have a huge deep dark spot on my face, I will use a color corrector at that time. 9 times out of 10 I don't though. So this is in, again, the shade Orange. There are other color correctors available, but for deep or deep dark or dark skin tones, when we are color correcting, we want to use the shade Orange. It doesn't have to be Color FX, of course. There are other brands that offer color correctors. LA Girl, e.l.f., Maybelline, MAC, all of them offer orange color correctors. So if you do struggle with like hyperpigmentation, dark spots, things like that, and you want a fuller, flawless look, try a color corrector. So on top of a color corrector would go our foundation. So for my foundation, I have this L'Oreal Infallible. This is going to be in the shade 510, which I believe is hazelnut. This is a affordable option. I love this foundation. I think this is one that is good for any skin type. I have oily skin. If I set it with the powder, it will tend to last longer. If you have normal or dry skin, I don't believe that you would need to set this. This would just be wonderful on your skin, period. You may want to use a setting spray, but other than that, you wouldn't need to use like any powder or anything. I have recommended this and used this to do wedding makeup, and it turned out really well. So I would strongly recommend this as an affordable option for anyone that's kind of just starting off, not sure, you know, what to use. It does give a fresh wear kind of look. I was going to say I'm using this today, but I'm not, so never mind. But I do really, really like this. I really, really enjoy this. So this one is a staple for me and will be a staple for a long time. And I hope that L'Oreal does not discontinue this. Another product that I like is gonna be this Catrice HD Liquid Foundation. Now the shade range on this could use some work. There are about 26 shades or so on the Ulta website, but on their personal website, there's only like 8. So they must have some shades that are just exclusive to Ulta. They do have deeper tones. I'm not sure how many, but they do have a few deeper tones than me. I would recommend this one as well. If you have oily skin, this one does hang in there really, really well. Normal dry skin, combo skin, this would work as well for you. But with oily skin, it can be really challenging to find things that don't fall off your face after like the first hour. I would recommend this. I really do like this. This one is in the shade 080 Caramel Beige. And this one has a dropper application. The other one was a pump. And there is that. And then the last foundation that I have is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Stay in place foundation. This one is a holy grail for me, like for sure. Like this one and that L'Oreal, they are like parent companies of each other, which to me like makes complete sense that I would like both of them so much. I have a backup of this one. I absolutely love this. This is in the shade 5W2. This is what I am wearing today. The pump is separate. Usually it just comes with a pour out or a screw off top. This again is separate, which I'm not a personal fan of. With the price of this, I shouldn't have to buy this separately, but that's another story. This is very good for combo oily skin. I don't know that you would necessarily like this if you had dry skin. You could probably use this if you used a hydrating or moisturizing primer underneath it. With normal skin, I'd probably say the same thing, but you may not need it as hydrating. This is matte. It isn't suck your face dry matte though. None of these are. I don't like that kind of feeling on my skin. I want more of a medium kind of coverage, and I don't want to feel the foundation. I can't. There's nothing worse than feeling the foundation on your face and having to wear it for 8 hours, just hoping that you can just go home and wash it off. Granted, most of us are probably still working from home, so you don't have to wait that long. But typically, in pre-Rona life, that was the situation. I don't like foundations like that. That's all I'm saying. This one is lightweight. All of these are really lightweight. You don't feel them on your skin. This has a wonderful shade range. Wonderful. I really, really like it. I think it's like almost 50, if I'm not mistaken, different shades. So this one is a really, really good one to get as well if you are just starting off and not sure where to start and you have a little bit extra money to spend. If you don't have a little bit extra money to spend, I would strongly recommend this one. Sometimes with finding shades, it can be challenging to find an undertone that matches. I am more of a neutral undertone. I do prefer just a little bit of golden. Otherwise, I can look a little ashy. Sometimes it may just be a little bit too golden. So there are times where I will put in a mixing medium. This is the LA Girl Pro Color mixing medium. This is in the shade blue, which is to help neutralize the yellow the yellowness that can come from a foundation. With foundations, if you are using the foundation alone, you need to have a perfect match. Otherwise, it's going to be very visible that it's not an exact match to your skin, and you're going to have the lines of demarcation. If you are doing a, regular full face, blush, highlighter, bronzer, contour, those kind of things, the match doesn't have to be exact. The shades that I have for foundation are not exact matches for me, but you're not really able to tell because I put on another, I put on other products. I've only had to use this once or twice, not very often, because again, I go in with a full face. Alongside foundations, of course, are concealers. The first one that I have here is going to be this Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Use Concealer. This one is one that I received in a BoxyCharm. I've been interested in trying it, but I didn't want to go out and spend the money on it because it is a higher priced item. I have been using this in the monthly box this month, so I will keep you posted on how I feel about this. It is a fuller coverage concealer. It has a little doe foot applicator on it, goes right on. And so yeah, that's that. They have an array of shades as well for this. So they did a really, really good job on the shade range. Also, for concealers, I have two from L'Oreal. These are the Infallible Full Wear concealers. This one is in the shade 415. This one's in the shade 405. They have a good shade range of these as well. Full coverage. If you have drier under eyes, you're going to want to make sure to put either an eye cream or a moisturizer underneath these before you use these, and you do not have to use a lot whatsoever. Couple of dots, you should be good. Then a little bit of a higher end product is going to be this Benefit Booing Cakeless Concealer. This is in the shade 9. The shade range on this is not very good at all, just to give you a heads up. This is supposed to be full coverage, creaseless, cakeless, all that good stuff. All of these have doe foot applicators, and so that is that. The packaging on this is pretty doggone cute. As a concealer, it's set up to erase dark circles, all of that good kind of stuff. So that's cute little packaging. Then the last concealer that I have is the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Concealer. This one is a twist up kind of top with a sponge at the end. Sorry, it's dirty, it's used. I love that you can see how much you have left in it. Really, really like this. And then we've got a few powders. So I've got another product here from Maybelline. This is going to be the Fit Me foundation. This is actually going to be in the shade 334 Warm Sand. This one's from the Matte and Poreless line. So it's actually a foundation, but I use it as a setting powder. I don't tend to like powder foundations. I'm more of a liquid girl. So this one was on clearance at Target, and I figured why not try it. I more so like this in the winter fall time, as my skin tends to get a little bit drier. I don't find that it really does anything for my oils, but I do like it, and the shade is a good shade for me. Underneath my eyes, I do like to use a yellow or a lighter powder. So the first one that I have here is going to be the Revolution Bacon Blot in Banana. This one is like yellow, or a light yellow. They do have a deeper shade as well, I believe. I got this one, it was on clearance. I haven't used it too much, so I can't really tell you any of my thoughts on this one as of yet. Another under eye powder that I use is going to be this LA Girl Pro Powder High Definition Setting Powder. This is in the shade Banana Yellow. Also an affordable option. And this one is a loose powder, as you can see. And this one isn't too bad for under the eyes as well. Now back to setting the rest of my face. A affordable option that I use is this Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. Again, another foundation. This is in the shade Coconut. I have found that I did not like this one in the summer, spring when my oils are like bursting through. So far in the fall, winter, I'm enjoying this, but with a sponge. I don't like it put on and don't feel like it does anything with a brush when I'll put it on my face, but with a sponge, I am enjoying this. And then on the higher end of the spectrum, I've got this Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. This is going to be in the shade Caramelized Peach. They have a little bit of a scent to this one. And this whole line, the Peach Perfect line, was specifically designed for people with oily skin. It has a click top sifter, and then that is the sifting mechanism right there. This is the deepest shade that they have. I have seen deeper toned YouTubers use this and it worked well for them. So although it is a little light in regards to the caramelization of it, it does look like it can range across many shades to be able to be used as a setting powder. The last setting powder that I have is going to be a sample that I received from the Allure beauty box I did. I didn't realize that all of their products were samples, and I don't pay for samples like that. To me, that's just an absolutely ridiculous thought, but to each their own. They've been around for a long time, so they must be doing something right. So this one's going to be from Laura Mercier. This one is the medium deep. They have a total of 3 tones, so they have a translucent, and then they recently came out with a yellow tone one. This one is a little bit deeper for me. So if you have deep toned skin, this one I think would be a good alternative. In regards to color, in regards to wear, I can't too much speak on that. I didn't get as much sun as I had hoped this year, of course, like everyone did. So it was just a little bit too dark for me when I used it this year. Hopefully I can use it next summer, and then I can, give you kind of a heads up on what I really think about it. This is a holy grail for a lot of people. I just can't personally recommend it to you as a holy grail or something that you need if I haven't tried it. That's just not okay. So I will be trying that one hopefully next year when I get my summer color and we can all go outside again. Let's hope, let's pray, all that good stuff, because I think we're about all over it. And then the final thing that I like to use on my face to set everything in, get rid of some of the powdery look sometimes that you can get when you put too much powder on, is going to be a setting spray. So this first one I have is this Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Fixing Spray with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. I have not used this one yet and am very excited to use it. The one that I have been using and have been enjoying is this e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This was like 10 bucks. This one was probably 10 bucks as well, and I have really been enjoying this one. So this one, as you can see, is already down to here. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. All right, so that is everything for my base and face in regards to my makeup collection. Of course, we will be adding to that as we go on because I just love makeup. Again, feel free to leave a comment down below, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys later. Until next time, bye-bye.